Growing up, I was a traditional conservative Jew. I started going to a day camp in Brooklyn in the Syrian community, and that was one of my first exposures to more orthodoxy. They still welcomed me with open arms, and I became a part of that community for the summers. And then when I went to college, I had become friends with people who lived in the Center for Jewish Living at Cornell University. And it's an independent living house that is observant in the public spaces. I ended up getting immersed in college students who were able to balance a secular educational life with their observance. And they kept Shabbat, and they kept the holidays, and they ate the kosher dining hall. They were great and a lot of fun, and it sort of became very comfortable there for me. All my colleagues know that I'm observant. People like to ask me questions when they see things like, what are those huts on the balconies on the Upper West Side? So I was just talking to a friend of mine at work who happen to run the personal health section, and I was talking about how Shabbat for me is really important to my family because it gives us just a minute to stop running around. We have to figure out ways to entertain ourselves and occupy ourselves by just being there. There's no electricity, there's no digital entertainment. And she was really intrigued by that notion, and she asked me to write about it. Shabbats are always the day of the week that I notice how my kids have grown in a certain way. Oh, she's acting more mature today. Oh, she got really tall today. And because, I'm not staring at my phone, and my kids are actually sitting in one room and we're playing a game together, or we're walking to the park together. I'm fortunate enough to work on a desk that is not news-driven, so I don't have to worry about something happening at 5 o'clock on a Friday where I'm scrambling to get something done before the sun goes down. The Times obituary desk has obituaries sitting in advance before a person passes away, so that when they do pass away, they can get them out in print really quickly. So I had written a story about a woman who had helped invent Lamaze and bring it into America, and she happened to pass away on a Saturday. So I wasn't by my phone, and the desk is emailing and calling frantically to try to make sure I can fact check this before it goes into print. Fortunately, it was in the winter, so Shabbat ended pretty early, and I was able to, get back to them and be like, oh, I had no idea that this would even happen. What are the odds that she would pass away on a Saturday? So I had to scramble and sort of get it together in time, but it ended up being fine, and everybody was understanding about it anyway.